a little Zoom reporting. I think it's like all of 25 minutes. Just kind of talks about the basics of what I do, the must-haves and the best practices and sparks of genius that came up in learning that. But vendor events are a great way to open up your cold market because some of us will feel defeated. I've talked to everybody I know. I've been through my list. I've been through my list twice. I've exhausted everybody I know. The people are running from me when they see me walking down the hall at work. They're like, oh my God, there's that lady. So, the cold market, the fastest way to do that is a vendor event. Those people are there looking for something. They're browsing. Their intent is to buy. Their intent is to see something new. Their intent is to see what's available and who's there. So vendor events are a great way. Find your local area. Just Facebook, type vendors near me or vendor events. A whole list of stuff will come up.
How do you make your vendor event successful?
Everyone's successful in my mind because I talk to people I didn't talk to yesterday. How many have I sold? How much money have I made? Depends. Some of them have been great, and it's all part of your setup. Everybody that comes to my booth, I ask to sign a guest book. I have a guest book at my table, so I always have follow-up information. Anybody who's truly interested, I get them to enter into my contest. Everybody who enters a wrap or a ticket into my contest to win a prize, everybody wins. Everybody's a winner. Because I call and I offer product to every one of those people in the form of a sample, ask them what they'd like to sample. One person is always lucky because that person is winning something that was offered that day. Oh, you want a night cream? Fantastic. Can I partner that up with something else? Is there something else you want to try? So yeah, in my mind, you're always going to have crappy ones where you sell nothing. But I don't look at it from the money perspective. I look at it, I just expanded my market. Because I talked to people I didn't know yesterday. They talked to people about what they saw today. And I'm going to talk to that person again because she put something in my bucket. So last month though, one vendor event, in fact, I wasn't here for regionals last month. I did a vendor event. I got 4 customers that day. To me, that was a win. Mm-hmm. That was huge. Mm-hmm. So
you entering the customer?
I take their information, yeah. I do a lot of cash and carry. So I sell product right on the spot, right? But I gather all their information and I go back and put it in after the event. So, yeah. Yeah,
Do you set them up as a preferred customer then?
Yes. Yep.
And just ship it to yourself because you already sold it?
Yes. I ship it to myself. If I put product in somebody's hand, I guarantee it's coming back,
And you put your credit card information? Because
No, I take their information.
Just fill out the paper form.
Oh, you're handing it to them, but you're setting it up on the back side. I got you.
But how do you know that credit card's good?
Well, you gotta trust.
I've been burned on that. Makes me nervous.
I'm not skeptical most of the time. I
I'm
mean,
not
you
either,
can tell.
but I've been burned.
You can
That's why.
tell. Well, a lot of times I take cash, and
But then how do you do it? That's what my question is.
I
How do you
enter
get
the
them?
order with my card because I'm putting that money in my bank.
You can set yourself up with Square really easy.
Yeah.
I
I
have
use
Square.
Square
Yeah,
too.
then you can, it's a
I
run
use
card.
Square. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, it's all your motivation. For me, it's an adventure. When I go vending, that's an adventure. I was like, oh my God, look at all these people I'm going to see today because they're all different. They're all different. Yeah.
Do you charge retail for that?
I do not charge. No, I don't charge full blown retail because I'm signing them up as a customer. Do I charge above? Yep, because I charge them shipping too.
Okay.
I add shipping into their price. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a flat retail sale. Just depends, And that's when they come in. I let them know that. Look, if you buy this today as a preferred customer, I sign you up. I follow up with you. I get you in the system. This is the price. If you want to cash and carry, it's the retail.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just a great way. And it's a great way to offer deals. Huh?
How do you feel about talking to the other vendors?
Oh, I talk to a lot of vendors. I offer day chews to my vendors.
That's a good
I
idea.
do. And I talk about it in the video, and I'm happy to share that out. Braylon can maybe send it, or I can put it in the group or whatever. But yeah, your vendors, especially if you do a lot, you're going to get to know these people. But when you're committed to be in that spot all day long, 5 hours, 8 hours, some days 2 days, I definitely go out and introduce myself. I offer them product in the form of, hey, a wellness chew, an energy chew, because we're going to be there all day. They come over and drink out of my Youth Factor bucket, which is genius. If any of you haven't watched that video, let me just tell you right now. If you're going to an event, a vendor event, we have found a foolproof way to get people to your table, and that is Youth Factor. It is brilliant. So we freeze our Youth Factor into ice cubes the day before an event, right? Then we mix that product with fresh product in a really cool dispenser at the event. We buy cheap little cups, shot glasses, and everybody who walks by our table, we say, hey, would you like a shot of Youth Factor? 99% of the time, they'll go, what is that? Guess who's at your table? And you start and you work your way across. So you start on the wellness side and you work over to the skincare, which, by the way, I separate my products on my table. So skincare is always on one end, wellness is always on the other. Helps control your traffic, and it helps you sort out who's not interested in one or the other, so that you can isolate them over there and the traffic's still coming over here with your Youth Factor shots. So it's brilliant, because nobody ever says, no thanks. They're a Youth Factor, what is that? And they're at your table. And they're there for a while. So, and if they don't buy right then on the spot, you've got information's going home with them. Hey, enter my drawing. Maybe you'll win some. I got a follow-up now. I mean, it's foolproof. I'm real leery about putting products on people. Even when I invite people to my parties, just because I have a grandson who's like life or death allergen. So even though all of our stuff is really low allergy, I really hesitate approaching someone to put something on them, especially at a vendor event, because you just don't know. So that's always the first thing I ask. You know, I come in and I ask if you would like to sample. Someone who has allergies immediately is going to say, what's in it? Does it have coconut? Does it have this? Does it have that? And there's where your little book comes in handy on your table. I always keep my product guide with me, because I can go back and say, no, it doesn't have that. But yeah, people are just really iffy. Those who are willing to try will definitely come up and sit down, or just say, you know, can you try it on my hand? But yeah, I just don't do that. My mother has the same reaction. We go to the mall. I can't walk through department stores because perfumes send her into almost anaphylactic shock. So, you know, I was never sensitive to that in the past. I mean, my mom always had we got to walk around this all the way thing because mom can't go through there. But when my grandson was born, who lived with me, literally, those are life and death allergies for him. So I became really hypersensitive to that when I approached people. So that Youth Factor, though, man, talk about a hook. It works every time. Every time.
I like
So.
how you say you want a shot of,
It's a shot! Look at his shot glasses. Yeah, these people, especially the men. The men who have been drugged to those ladies' day out, they got their husbands with them, right? And they're wandering around in a daze. Those are the guys I target. I really do. I go, hey, dude, come on over here, you want a shot of youth factor? Whatever it is, I'll take it. So, you know, it's a great way, and then they see their husband is standing there talking to you about something. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing over here talking to this lady? I don't know, she's got this stuff. Let me know when you're done. So, you know, then all of a sudden in the skincare and the pictures, oh my God, the pictures, you know, and yeah, I'll make that available. You can put it on the Extreme page or wherever, and
We can put it on the Kansas City, your Kansas City event.
yeah, because it's 25 minutes and I talk nonstop just like I normally do. But it tells you everything you need to know about vending. It's fabulous. I highly encourage it. It has the warning label on there too, because you can get addicted to vending, and you need to practice self-care and protection, because there are people out there that will rip you off, and you don't want to do events back to back to back to back because you become extremely burnout and grouchy. So
How many do you try to do?
I do 3 or 4 a month
So 1 a week.
on average. I've done as many as 8 in 1 month. So, and that's like, I do quarter events. We do, anybody been to Quarter Mania? Ever heard of those? So much fun.
What are they?
So there's certain groups, at least in Topeka, and I'm sure they're here too. Lawrence has them too. Groups that put vendors together. Small vendors, so your 31 bags lady, your Lip Sense girl, your Tupperware lady, your Avon lady, all the ladies. But it's cheap. It's like anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks to set a table up at the event. You offer up 2 items for auction. So when people come in, they buy paddles, auction paddles. They're all numbered 1 to 150. And you pay like $5 for your first paddle and $2 for each additional. Each one's a little different. But then they bid on your products. So you're guaranteed twice a night you got 5 minutes of sell my product. I get up on stage, I introduce myself, I talk about the product that my company, I talk about the product that I have up for bid that night. Whether it's a 1 quarter bid, a 2 quarter bid, a 3 quarter bid, whatever the case may be, it's all based off the cost of your product. So say I went, say I'm offering face wash that night, $30, right? So I get up and I introduce myself. Hi, I'm Carlson-Emmot. I'm your local Neora brand partner, and I'm fantastically excited to be here. What I have to offer tonight is talk about the product, talk about specials, any specials I have at my table. During intermission, come by, take some shots of Youth Factor, because I set up like a full vendor display when I go to these. And then I say it's $30, it's a 2 quarter bid. And everybody who bought a paddle will chuck quarters in on their table, huge tables of people, chuck quarters into a bowl. And then you draw a number. Once all the bidding has been completed, you draw a number, and whoever has that paddle that coincides with that number wins your product. You keep all the money that came in for the bid.
So everybody's dropping quarters in.
Yeah. So I have 5 paddles, it's 2 quarters, I'm putting 50 cents in, 5 times 5 into that bucket. There's 10 people at my table. There's 4 people over there. There's 5 people over there. There's 10 people over there. So sometimes I make money off my face wash, but they don't know about my company. They've never heard of me. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it does. So I get spotlighted twice that night, plus before the auction starts, plus during intermission, plus after the auction's over. Shopping time. So some nights are a bust, but I play. I have a blast. I come home with cool stuff too from other vendors. But I get to a circuit with those vendors too. I know those ladies. Some of those ladies buy my products. I have a Mary Kay lady. 40 years in the business. Guess who buys Youth Factor? So yeah, I mean, it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. And they're not expensive. It's over in like 2.5 hours tops. It's not big money. You're not wasting a lot of time, and you're having fun. You get to play too. So yeah, they're a blast. So look for Quartermania. Just Quartermania. Stuff will pop up, and you meet other vendors. I'm up to five events, 5 Quartermanias that Linda and I do them together, and that was because another vendor, in fact, it was a Norwex lady, who said, "Hey, are you doing the Fridays over here?" I don't know what Friday's over there. She gives me the information. I'm gonna call Christy. I'm gonna give her your name. Guess who calls me the next day? You want to be a vendor at this event? I don't have skincare. So, yeah. So, we drop in. I mean, do you make a lot of money? No. Do I expand my market? Yes. So,
Do they try to keep light vendors out of there,
yes.
like Mary Kay would meet with you?
Yes. They
And
will.
wouldn't have
They
two
limit.
Neora brand partners in
No,
there?
they limit.
Okay.
So when I get into an event, I'm the only Neora person at that event. There's only one Avon lady. There's only one 31 bag lady. So they're limited. So once you get into that circuit, then, you need to jump because there's not a whole lot of us in Topeka. So it's not like we're fighting for competition there. Because there's just my partners there. So, but somewhere in Kansas City area, I'm telling you, I got offered to do a huge event, and I may send something to you guys, but this lady was, she's from Wichita. She's doing a huge event here in Kansas City and a huge event in Wichita. It's like huge expo. I'm talking like 500 vendors. But it comes with that big price. And she called me and I said, I'm an independent partner. I said, I don't have $1,000 to put out for your event. She said, well, maybe you can pool your resources. I go, well, how long is the event? So then she starts piquing my interest. How long is the event? It's over 2 days. How long, or what are the hours? She tells me the hours. I go, it's not feasible for me. Even if I have 5 people jump in with me, spending $200 a piece for 2 days worth of events with no guaranteed return on investment, I'm out. Which is what I mean by you need to be smart about where you're spending your money. I typically don't pay more than $100. That's like my top limit. And $100 is a guaranteed huge event. Typically I say anything under $50 I'm in. And Linda and I usually split it. I partner with one of my partners, or sometimes my customers will come do it. Nicole, that crazy nut, she'll do anything. She does live videos for me on all the products. So, she did the collagen mask, and you see her every morning, she'll pop up, she's washing her face, she's talking about the eye serum, she does crazy stuff for me. So, but I'll go, look, you want to come hang out with me on Saturday? I'm doing an event. She says, I'm in, I'll be there. Because she's real crazy. She's into sales. She talks to people all day. So she's fabulous to bring with me because she sucks people in. So, yeah, it's fun.
How do you divide the customers from an event like that with your partner?
How do we divide them?
How do you do that?
Oh, it's high five, number one, that we even got a customer. And number two, yeah, we pool products, and we rotate. I rotate my guest book too. So when we go in, we split them. Whatever went into my bucket, we split them. I'll take this half, you take that half. So that it's an equal opportunity for both of us. And sometimes she'll come back and she'll go, yeah, you gave me the crappy list. I'm like, you talked to the same people I did. So, but it's a hit or miss. It's not a guarantee. It's just a way to think outside of the box. It's a way to walk into, because to see or talk to that many people would take me a week, 10 hours a day to talk to that many people. On my own, at the grocery store or the gas station, which by the way, I'm shameless. I'll talk to anybody. But you know, it's just, and it's fun. It's fun. Linda and I have learned so much from other vendors, you know, and I am definitely not afraid to approach and offer my business to another vendor. Well, look like you're struggling over here, sister. You haven't sold nothing all day. Maybe you ought to give up that $5 jewelry. Come over and get it. I do, but you know, but I'm friends with those people. You know, and they come back. I had a photographer that was taking pictures of all the events on it. She was hired by that. She walked by, and of course, she kept drinking my Youth Factor. She said, "Oh, my feet hurt." She said, "I'm so tired." And I said, "Well, maybe you need a wellness chew. Maybe you need an energy chew."
DHT.
So she takes that. She's like, "Oh, the taste." I go, "It'll go away. Don't worry about it. Just keep chewing." And about 30 minutes later, she comes flying by. She got a camera. She's smiling. She goes, "Those things are awesome." So she's a customer, you know. So yeah, it's just, I'm not afraid to get, and we'll go through it when we walk through like the 10 core. One of the key things it tells you, share the products. Don't be afraid. Don't hoard. They're not making you any money sitting in your room. It's not happening. Don't be afraid to get rid of your products. They're already paid for. You already paid for it. You're not out anything but a possibility to have more customers. So, vending is awesome. Facebook parties. I had a $1,200 day once on a Facebook party. I was freaked out. The first one I ever did. And that's where Miss Retta was in that party. So, do any of you do those? Have any of you done those? Ann's done one. You guys never used to do them.
I know.
Never.
You inspired us.
How was it?
They're good. Usually I can get customers from them. And it's usually the follow-up.
Do you do 1 day, 2 day, 1 hour, 2 hours?
I've watched, like, some of the girls down at the Lake Babes do them multiple days. So I've only done them everything's done in, 45 minutes to an hour. But I just got invited to one that was not in Eora, and it was over, I want to say a week. It was a pampered chef.
I've done those too.
Yes.
They're
and
brilliant.
Actually, it's really smart. I think I'm going to switch to over multiple days
It's brilliant.
because it continually kept hitting me. I'm like, I'm not buying from this girl.
But it
I'm not buying
wasn't
from this
over
girl. I spent $40.
intrusive
I mean,
though.
it's like, I know. So it's just a post. I'm like,
Yeah.
Was it Christy? Was her name Christy?
no. It's
The first Facebook party I did was over 2 days, and it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie,
Seems like it's a
sister.
lot of work.
It was a lot. Like I did lives, I was online, I was posting something. It was a lot. And by the way, since then I've found 3 different companies who do that for you.
Yes.
I don't know what the cost is because I haven't done the research on it yet. That will do those for you.
There's a company called Vizzy Vizel or something like that.
Yeah.
That I just looked at yesterday, and they will help you.
Well,
And
we
it's
were
like
at,
$10 a month.
Indianapolis. Cricket was having her coffee early in lunch. She goes, "Oh, hold on just a second. I got to make my post." I go, "What are you talking about?" I go, "You
Doing a
did?"
party.
And she goes, "No, I'm doing a party."
Yeah, that's the brilliance of it, yeah.
So she was doing it over a period of days.
Yeah.
And she says, I always get, by the end of the period, I'm usually taking orders.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to switch to that.
Yeah.
Just try.
I've done, I did the Pampered Chef one, because I jump on now, I'm like, oh, you're having a Facebook party, I want in, can you invite me? Because I want to see what other
They're
people
doing,
are
yeah.
doing. So Pampered Chef does a really awesome job. I had another one for the books, whatever that book vendor is.
You two or you.
And it was over, I think it was over 3 days. And she did a really cool job, even though we're not like products, neither with with Pampered Chef either, but I liked the way her stuff was organized, and hers was timed, like she had it set. It set it actually in Facebook when you build it to, so you're not posting, it's releasing for you, and that's what hers did.
The
So,
other thing I liked about it was I got to know the rep better than, I mean, I don't know her at all, but she's been communicating with me,
yeah,
and I'm like, this is brilliant. And she, of course, she wants me to do a party, but I mean, I'm watching her for my personal
Yes.
gain, and
Yes.
I'm really
And
liking.
you're spending money with her.
Yeah.
Well, and I
On
said at the
accident.
beginning, I'm not doing this in every post, and I'm answering, I'm following everything they're doing, and by the end I'm
Well,
spending
see, and I
money.
tried, I did the whole month of October. I did weekly. I did 5 weeks, the 5 Wednesdays in October, and, you know, I had some sales, and I think I got 2 customers out of that, but you lose them on that, stretching
That
out
too
that
long,
time.
yeah.
It was kind of, for me, I was like, I have to do something, and this is what I can do right now, because I'm running with my hair on fire to make my obligations for everything else, so I would just like, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
It just, when you said, you're on fire, Richard Pryor started a whole.
Yeah, he did. Some days you feel like that
Oh,
though,
my
but
goodness.
yeah, Facebook parties are the bomb though. They're immediate gratification. They're not intrusive. They're not really hard. I mean, I won't say they're not hard. Getting them set up is some work. What you're going to release and what videos and what photos and what verbiage. That's the hard part. All the prep is the hard part. After that, though, it's pretty easy. And once you've done it once, you're golden. The only thing you're really going to switch up maybe are some pictures or, you know, why change something that works? But if you haven't done any, definitely find somebody or partner up or ask, because that's the bomb. And it seems to be the hot ticket right now. So,
Jen and I did ours together, and so it was nice because I invited my friend, she invited her friend, so there was a lot more people commenting.
yeah.
And, you know, when you do it together, again, you have that unspoken urgency that, well, I don't want her to just see all her friends, and I didn't do anything to bring anything to the table, you
Yeah.
know? So, yeah, I liked it a lot, and then what we did is, I think I did skincare, and then the next day she did the wellness, as far as posting, but we
Yep.
scheduled all of ours. So if you don't know how to schedule your post,
It's
there's
easy.
just a little button on there that says schedule, and you can pick like what time you want. We did it, I think, every 30 minutes for
Yeah.
2 days.
It was
So.
fabulous. They're great. Special VIP groups. Again, I told you I'm not a huge Facebook poster. When I do, it's a party mode, or it's these groups. So I've identified like 20, I think I have 20 or 25 people that I consider VIP. They're consistent customers for me, and I reward those people by offering something special every month. So I put just those people in a VIP group, and they see, you know, I push stuff in there, videos, highlights, give them little tips. Hey, there's something new coming out, and I'll do a special for them. So, you know, maybe a BOGO, maybe a free hydrogel, box of hydrogels, make a purchase of eye serum this month, or I do whatever I can to make those people feel really special, because they've gone out of their way to help me do some amazing things. So I do that. And you ask them. So the people who are in that group want to be in that group. I'm not targeting people that have no interest in what I'm doing. They're specific. I've gone out and I said, hey, I'm setting up this awesome group. You're beautiful, fabulous friend, and I want you to get the best deals and see what's going on. Would you like to be part of my group? And they say yes. Poop, drop them in. They say no. I go, great, thanks. Appreciate it. Keep ordering. But so yeah, so you've asked their permission to bombard them with stuff, I guess is what you've done. Regionals, great way. Bring complete strangers. Who knows? Who knows? Bring a friend. Always try to bring a friend. Get real. Best place to be ever. I did my first one. Nashville was the very first one I've ever been to, and I won't ever miss another one. Webinars. The webinars are fabulous. But I don't post them out there unless I know I'm going to have people invited. Like now that they're every week, I'm like, oh, do I really want to stream that? Do I want to post that out? Because I want to bombard others. Those special groups, great way to go in there. Hey, I got a special guest speaking tonight. Here's the link, go back in there. We don't necessarily, because people really get turned off. I don't like turning off my people, so. And then, of course, all the training events, the training is that the first time they've ever done stuff like that? Offered those the indie trip, and because the power trainings were great. I had a blast, so.
I got 2 customers last week doing, watch parties.
Yeah.
So, I figure, that's how I feel, sorry, my mouth is full of crackers. When I do a watch party with the webinars, number one, you can go back and do it anytime you want.
Yeah.
But I usually try to do it at the time. And I feel like same way, if somebody wants to watch it, they're interested. If they don't want to watch it, they'll just keep
They
going
turn
back.
off, yep. Yep.
So what I got to lose, you know, so.
Yep. I guess I pick and choose. I just pick and choose. It's all personal.
Share, it'll say start watch party.
All right.
On accident.
Another group exercise. This is, I guess maybe, sweetie swag, what's in the bag?
I know, I gotta make that.
Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? All right, group exercise. What's in your bag?
Right now,
Yeah, right now, what's in your bag?
I got it.
What's in your bag? New Aura related. What's in your bag? Good.
I have a bag in my car.
All right.
Yeah.
That goes with you everywhere. What do you got? A magazine? DHT? What do you got? You carry that bag with you everywhere, Whitney?
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. So my bag used to be a nightmare. And then I found this really awesome bag when I went to Indianapolis, and I'm like, perfect. So if your bag is not full of something, you're missing out. Because again, I talk to absolute crazy people everywhere.
Should we start wearing a fanny pack?
Can?
Is that a
No,
deterrent?
you can't.
Does that make people run away
Youth
from
Factor Energy Chews. That'll be your target, buddy.
You might get some other.
Yes, I will make you a fanny pack. I want a
So yeah, so when I was just getting started, when I first came back in, and Sil and Judy, they laughed at me. They're like, "You're doing what?" And I go, "I know what I'm doing every day, and it's part of commitment." So every day, I mean, now I keep it when I was running for a goal. Every day before I left work, because you know, I work a full-time job too. I would put in my bag, how many people I'm going to talk to today? 4 people. I'm talking to 4 people today. And I'm giving away 3 samples today. And somebody at work's going to be happy because I brought wellness chews today. So now that I've kind of like upped my customer count, I don't want to say I quit doing that, because I don't, because this is with me all the time. But I'm intentional about what I'm going to do every day when I walk out the door. So just like picking out what I'm going to wear to work tomorrow, I put in my bag what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I not only just have stuff with me, I know, and this is what I tell myself, Karen, you can't go home until that's all gone. Now, that could be, I'm done at 4 o'clock, an hour after I get off work. It could be 10 o'clock. But I tell myself, you cannot go home until everything is gone. And that's really, honestly, how I built all those customers, truly. Other than drilling down with those crazy girls that I know, it's intent. It's absolute 100% intent. So we're committed, and we're going to talk here in a few minutes about the commitments and the core. But if I put in my bag 3 brochures and 3 skincare set samples, I can't go home until those are gone. That's what I tell myself. And my husband and I played a radical game with that because he would call me or text me every day at 2 o'clock because they usually am off between 2:30 and 3. And he'd say, "Are you cooking dinner tonight?" And I'm like, "No, because I'm not I'm not going to be home. I haven't even started today." But I would not go home until that was done. And now, and I still do it, but I do it on the fly. I still know how much in there. This always stays packed, so I always hold myself accountable. And when it gets empty, I know, oh my God, look how much work I've done. Now the brochures tend to get expensive, but I kind of eat that anyway because I'm doing vendor events anyhow. But there's so much stuff. If expense is an issue, download the tear pad. God, it's brilliant. Download the tear pad and staple your stuff to it. There's so many ways to not be expensive. Wellness chews. I love the Dollar Tree, girls. I got to tell you. I love the Dollar Tree. Love it. Because I can go in there and get the little cellophane, which is awesome for 2-night, 2-day. I get the party pack stuff. I use it for vendor events. There's little princess bags for ladies' day out. And I mean, I do all kinds of craziness. Wander around in there. Sample bottles, if you want to, if you don't have a lot of product and you want to spread that product out, go over to the craft section. There's little containers, there's little spray bottles, there's all kinds of ways to build your sample packs. Yeah.
What's your best go-to movie? You got an hour left in your day, and you haven't contacted all your people. What's the go-to?
And I still have stuff in my bag.
You still have stuff in your bag.
I will get desperate on occasion and decide I need gas. And I will stand at the gas pump and talk to people when they pull up for gas. I do. I will go grocery shopping.
Okay, what's your
Somebody always
conversation-
asks me for something in an aisle.
What's your conversation starter at the gas pump?
Hey man, how's it going? I'm all right. I'm all
Can we take
right.
you with us?
Out of gas, huh?
Can I take you with me?
Sure. Out of gas, huh? Yeah. It's getting cold, ain't it? Hey, you keep your options open, make extra money? What? Keep your options open to make extra money.
Shouted at him.
Oh, now I'm scared. I've gotten in my car.
I don't know, it depends.
You missed the boat when you loaned the money to the guy on the way to Lake Babes. For
That
gas.
was just scary. That was just scary. I've done it at the, these people see me at the Dollar Tree all the time. This one guy won't even wait on me anymore. Because I hound him all the time. I'm like, dude, there's a better life than checking me out at the Dollar Tree. What are you doing with your life? I ask him that all the time, and he's like, Karen! But I first approached him out of pure desperation. I had one magazine left. And I'd been in the Dollar Tree picking up stuff. I had to go next door to the hardware store. I walked by this guy twice. He's outside taking a break. Walked by him twice. And that voice in the back of my head told me, just do it, girl. You got one magazine left. Just do it. So I got clear to my car. My subconscious is talking to me. The magazine's screaming at me from in my bag. And I turned around and I walked up to the guy. The guy's name actually is Jose, by the way. And I said, how's it going? And he looked at me and he's like, I go, hey, kind of on a mission here. I said, can you help me out? He's like, I ain't got no money, lady. I go, that's perfect. That's perfect. He said, what do you mean? I said, you need money, huh? He said, yeah, I do. He said, what you talking about, though?
Yeah.
I go, I reached And I go, look, dude, I'm an independent partner with a company called Neora. Beautiful. We sell skincare and wellness products. We make people happy. And occasionally we make them rich. I said, I'm running for a personal commitment. I said, I know I walked by you twice, and I know you probably don't care. I said, but if you would just give me 2 minutes to do my spiel on you, I can check my box and I can go home and feed my husband. This was like at 6:45. Like I had been moving for 3 hours. So, and he's like, all right. So I handed him the magazine, I opened it up, I told him, look, you know, my contact information is on the inside. My name is actually in this magazine because I'm a founding partner. We do amazing stuff. Do you use a certain skincare? You know, I just ask him random questions. And then he said, yeah, he said, that's pretty cool. I said, can you promise me one thing? I said, when you go back in the store after your smoke break, that you don't throw this in the trash. I said, could you please just put it like on your table in your break room or somewhere? I said, because if you're not interested, maybe somebody else is. So, and I left. Because he wanted nothing to do with me. But he endured me. He endured my speech. He received the information I gave to him. He took my magazine, which was the only thing keeping me from going home, and he went back into the store with it. So, and he's still working it. I say, every time I go in there, Jose, you still here, I see. But yeah, people are, whether they know they're open to you or not, they'll listen to you. Just be yourself. But yeah, you gotta be fearless. I mean, as I'm fearless, I don't care.
Question. So,
Yeah.
my husband and I go to Dunkin' Donuts in the middle of the night sometimes, craving. And then every time I see the drive-through, and then my husband goes, I don't know how to approach because I have to go through fast, but how can I approach this gentleman? And
He's at the drive-through window.
Yes.
Go inside, girl.
But in the midnight, we can't go, and then he's always there.
Is there somebody behind
His
you?
business.
Sneak the magazine in through the window.
Is there somebody behind you when you're up there? What's stopping you from talking?
Then how can I start a conversation?
Ask him if he's open to making extra money.
And I was gonna say,
Dude, how long you been working here? You keep your options open? I got an opportunity. You interested?
You go retire from here?
Don't make it complicated.
Did you say you're going there at midnight?
yeah, she's got a
Yeah, the drive-through, and then, yes.
Okay, so if I see anyone working at midnight, does your heart not break a little thinking that potentially they're abandoning a family to work at midnight?
Yes.
So I would just do what you did in the front of the classroom, go through your form. Get to know him and build a relationship like she shared at the very beginning. The relationship comes first.
Well, yeah,
There's not 5 people in line.
Do you like working here at midnight?
At midnight.
Do you have a family?
Like,
Do you
why
have
are you
children at
here?
home?
I see you here.
if you see him often to find out what his name is. What's your name? How you
Bring
doing?
something to him. Bring him some wellness shoes and say,
Exactly. Must be tough working second shift. I hate it.
Energy
Yeah.
shows.
I got something for you.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. I mean, that's, and you can ask Marcus, because I hit Marcus hard. I'd never met him. I seen him on
Why
a
would you hit
Zoom
Marcus?
one time. And Sil would call me and he'd say, what's going on? I go, well, I don't know. He said, well, you need to get a hold of him. I said, okay. So I call and I said, what'd you do today? Well, I'm working this, I'm working that. I just got real with you. I go, look, this is the layout. You want me to help you, I'll help you. But it's gotta come from you. It's gotta come from you. I can't make you people do anything. I can't. I'll root for you. I'll cheer for you. I'll tell you everything I know, but I can't make you do it. It just has to become part of what you do. And for some, that's really intimidating. I totally understand that. For someone who's not in like a sales world, or don't forget, I'm introverted. I blew myself out of that box. Trust me, when I get home in my four walls, I'm shut down. But I know when I'm out in the world, because people motivate me, their stories, what they do, that fascinates me. For me, it's like a living book. You know, how many of you are readers, like totally avid readers? And you get engrossed in a book and you don't put it down. That's what going out my front door is like for me. It's like walking into a living book. I was like, oh, what's this chapter going to do? What's this person going to do? Oh, look at this guy. Where'd this guy come from? So that fascinates me and allows me to step beyond the fact that, you know, I'm a quiet, serene person inside. So don't be afraid. What are they going to do? Say no thank you? They're not going to eat you. I mean, it's that simple. It's that simple. You know, and a lot of these people up here, Nicole is a prime example. I never said a word to her. Never. My husband did. And then I was like, no.
Well, that was kind of like third-party validation too.
Yeah, it's
Because
like-
it wasn't you. It was somebody
Yeah.
else.
You know, it's just, but, and she left after I placed her order. She left, and I said, why'd you do that? He goes, why not? I go, well, because I like across the line. He goes, she was off work. She then finished her job for me. So, and I was like, oh, that was an aha moment for me. Because my husband will talk to anybody too. We're horrible when we travel. So that's how you meet people though. All right, so swiggity swag, what's in the bag? That's be intentional. Get up every day. You know you're going to go to the grocery store, or you got to wash the car, or you got to get gas, or what. People are everywhere, in case you haven't noticed. They're everywhere. I talked to that guy, the little quick shop thing that's out front of him. Same guy in there every time I come up here. I didn't go in today, Marcus went in. But every time I usually stop and get something to drink, hey, what's going on? I'm headed right over there to the regional today, you know. He's got no interest whatsoever, but I threw it at him. I threw it at him 6 months ago. So, along with probably 5 other people who have come in that day. So, who knows? Maybe one day he'll switch, but be intentional. All right, let's get to the rhythm. Oh, so this is pretty basic. This is really straight out of your other training. Staying 10 core. This little book, mine still says Nerium rhythm, so I was before that. This book is your Bible. If you do what's in this book every day, every week, every month, all year long, you'll be successful. This tells you what to do. So, core values. Everybody has a core value. I'm military. I told you all that. I work for the military. We have values. So, be real. This is me for real. Be determined. Put stuff in your bag every day before you leave the house. Create a positive team spirit. Hey, want to go with me, girl, to a party? Want to go have some fun with me?
Some popular flight destinations.
I do it. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going, Francis? We're on a destination.
This phone is crazy, that's why I'm I mean, it does this all the time, it talks to me.
Tell it to tell you to put stuff in your bag and to talk to the person at the gas station.
Put back your box.
All right, so positive team spirit. Dream big, act on it daily. I got goals. I got dreams. I didn't get into this business for fun. Hey, let me tell you a story why I did get in it. I wanted my stuff for free. That's how I opened the door. I want my stuff for free. This stuff is fabulous. I don't want to pay for it. How do I get it? That's how I got in originally. That's changed. My values have changed. My reasons have changed, my motivations have changed business-wise, not who I am, but business-wise. And, you know, my husband is retiring any day. So I don't want to feel the crunch of missing that income. So yeah, I'm driven. I want it all. You offered it all to me. I want it all. What do I have to do to get it? This is what you have to do to get it. Embrace and drive change. It's just easy. Try new things. Don't be afraid. Try new things. Encourage an entrepreneurial spirit. Just learn to say entrepreneurial and you'll be good. Yeah. Dollar Tree. Entrepreneurial spirit. Dude, you could be free. Have fun. Help others to have fun. I try to do that with lots of people, whether they're business related or not, you know. And it was one of those lessons about building relationships. Invite people into your circle. It doesn't matter if they say no. You invited them and they'll appreciate that. You know, let them know that you want them to be part of the fun. It's really that easy. And in today's world, I have to say in today's world, it's rare. Today's world is cynical, it's nasty. Teen suicide rates are off the chart. Mental illness is off the chart. I mean, it's just, the world is not a kind place. So, you know, just opening the door for somebody, saying thank you, I appreciate you, goes so far. Servant leadership, I guess. I'm a servant.
Yes, you are.
I guess. Pursue constant development of self. What are you guys reading? What are you listening to right now? I'm totally addicted to Jay Shetty right now. I could listen to him all day long. Jay Shetty. Besides the fact he's drop dead gorgeous. I could listen to him all day. Shetty. Podcasts. YouTube. Brilliant. He lived a few years as a monk. He's fascinating. I love him. But yeah, totally addicted. Like he's in my earbuds. You see there's lots of interviews. He does private sessions and then you see all his interview sessions. Oh my God, I could listen to him all day. But find something that's uplifting to you. I don't have a lot of time to read, so I listen. I'm an audible person. I'm very auditory. I'm kinetic. I'm hands-on. I want to touch it. I want to feel it. I want to hear you say it. But I don't have the luxury. I stare at a screen all day long at work. So I don't have a lot of time to read. By the time I get home at night, this is my day, by the way. So, Rayland asked me to say this. This is my day. I'm up at 4:30. I let my dogs out. I check my back office while the dogs are out peeing. Oh, I moved. Oh, my arrow's up. Take a shower. Use my fabulous products. Get my clothes on. Tell my husband bye because he's on the way out the door by 5:30 at the most. Get my stuff together. Check my bag. What I put in my bag last night. Right? Put the dogs up. Off to work. Off to work at 6 a.m. I'm at work by 6 a.m. listening to fabulous information. Talking all day like I talk. And staring at a screen all day. Every break I get, I'm talking to the guards. I'm talking to people coming into the courts. Hey, it's bad news. Oh, God. Because we're housed, I'm in the federal building. We're housed with district courts, federal courts, bankruptcy courts. So everybody coming into that building is looking at bad news. So, and then there's us. We occupy 2 floors. So, you know, we're go-getters. Just court security officers. It's a public building. You got to come through security, like massive security. But, you know, I talk to people. Talk to people in the cafeteria. That's how I talk to Amy, you know. She became my brand partner. So, talk to people. I do my job. If I'm lucky, there's somebody in the building I haven't hit yet, and I'm like, skincare sample. I haven't been on the 3rd deck in a while. Let's go upstairs. Wander around. I keep it tucked in my back pocket. Because it is my goal. I cannot go home until that stuff is gone. So talk to somebody new. Hey. Some people will run from you because you've approached them. So, and then I get off work. How much work do I have to do? I have a magazine and 2 brochures left. Got some skincare samples. What am I going to do? I need to find somebody. So I go looking. I got to go to the store. Gotta get dog food, gotta get this, gotta get that. Someone's getting something today. They're gonna be their lucky day. That's what I do. Kids bagging my groceries, the lady's checking me out, the old lady that can't reach the shelf in the aisle, the guy in the produce section who doesn't have an idea what a shallot is and his wife sent him. I mean, I just, anybody, I don't care. It doesn't matter who you are. I target it. And then I get to go home. And when I get home, it's let the dogs out, start dinner, back onto the laptop. Where'd I go today? What's happening? Where's it? Oh, I got a call. Oh, I got a call. I got a call. I got a call. There's a call. There's a call. There's a Zoom. There's a Zoom. It's 10 o'clock. That's my day. So my crack in my day is right before work, all during work, because I'm targeting, after work. The hour starts as soon as I clock out. So it is, for me, it's a second full-time job. It's just part of who I am. My husband is like, he doesn't even talk to me anymore till like 8 o'clock. Other than I'm throwing food at him. So, but for me, and we've had this conversation, he's like, oh my God, another Zoom? You're getting on another Zoom? And I'm like, dude, in order for me to get to this level, this is the work I have to do. In order for me to reach the peak, I have to build the mountain. So I'm building the mountain so that I can sit on the peak and go, wow, look at what I did. So once your spouse understands it, I understand some have spouses that are like, but I don't let him stop me. You do you and I do me. And that's the way it goes. So that's my day. That's my crazy day. Sil calls, you guys call, Jen calls. Notoriously, if one of them calls me, they all call me. It's like
I've been instructed not to.
I did instruct you. I was like, I can't take you people anymore. You gotta let me breathe. But it does though. You don't go, I get that, hey girl, from Jen. I'm like, oh, here it comes. And about 10 minutes later, Ray Lynn, hey girl. I go, uh-huh. And then my phone's ringing. Hey Judy. Sil's messaging me. I'm like, wow, it must be important today. It's Karen. They love Karen Day. That's the way I look at it.
We have it on our calendar.
Everybody loves Karen Day. Everybody gets a day. Today's my
Karen
day.
calendar day.
Yeah. It's pretty cool though. So yeah, it's intent. So somebody who wants to build a team, they're not going to knock on your door. I guarantee you, it's not happening. And if they do, check them, because there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
They just walked up to your door and said, hey, Neora lady, I want to buy all your stuff and be your partner. That never happens. So, yeah, you got to go out there. You got to go out there and make it happen. All of that, too, slow down to go fast. It's absolutely accurate, and it really, for me, refers back to what I talked to you earlier about self-care. I'm watching how you stack your work. Because I'm totally guilty of that myself, you know, and I see it like, oh my God, I haven't talked to my daughter in like 2 weeks. It's because I get all consumed with what's going on, because I'm driven to a goal, I'm driven to get something done, and not that they don't understand, they totally get it, and they're not little kids like Jessica. I don't know how Jessica does with little kids. But you know, I've missed ball games and dinners, and because I've been committed somewhere else. So be very careful about that. Be intentional Slow means being